Going to get into the Firestrong website a little bit, so we can help you guys navigate through this. It is a little confusing, so that's why we're kind of going over it. If you open up your browser and go to firestrong.org, it gets you started there. Also on your desktops at work, you all have this Firestrong icon on your desktop, so they'll go straight to this website. One of the nice things about this website is it has this 24 hours a day, 7 day a week hotline. So it's got a trained clinician that primarily deals with first responders. Call that number any time of the day, any day of the week, and somebody will pick up the phone and hopefully help get you some resources or some help, or get you in a direction of getting down a path where you feel a little bit better. So that's a nice thing. It's one of the nice things about this website is the access to this phone number. From there, if you want to get into some your department specific stuff, go down to where the Sacramento Region Fire and Dispatch, not under Metro Fire or Sac Metro. We're all under this one link here, and this will take you to this web page. So on this page, there's a lot of information, stuff on grief, self-harm, testimonials, suicide. So if you want more information on that stuff, you can go to those and read up on some stuff. Also at the top up here, there's little drop downs. There's information on tutorials or some peer support, information on addiction, mental health. There's some testimonials here. You can do assessments. So if you're wondering if you're maybe having some issues with any of these, you can take a little test, and it kind of helps maybe answer some questions and help get you in a direction of getting some help. From there, primarily going to deal with these two here. So you have department resources. Click on that, and this is a very long page. It has everybody's information on it. At the top up here is basically kind of an introduction page. Tells you what this page is about and what's on it. One of the things, just for quick resources, this right here is a username, Sacramento, and then the password is support. So what do you use that for? If you want to go back here and you want to look up a peer, so you start with your area. You can view all the peers. That's nationwide if you want. You can also look in the department city. If you want to really get deep into this and talk to somebody in Chicago, you can find a peer over there. But we're going to stick here in Sacramento, hit search, and all the peers that have taken the class, the basic peer support class, are on this list. And so if you get to a point where maybe you want to talk to somebody, say you want to talk to this guy and you want to see what he's about, you can view his details. However, this is where that Sacramento username comes in. So you type in Sacramento, type in support, and it logs you in. And it'll tell you about Jeremy Crawford and why he got involved with some of the peer support. It gives his bio here. He's married. He's not a veteran. So you can, and then his phone number. And it kind of gives. Obviously, he's not going to give out his address, but maybe if you live in the same zip code as him, you can, that's something you might want. So there's a lot of peers here. Obviously, there's a couple pages worth. There's some retired guys. There are some AMRs. I think Lisa works with AMR. There's dispatchers. So there's a whole slew of individuals here. We're trying to get more and more people on here. The more we have, I think, the better. But you can go through this. You can also do filters and find and use these filters to, maybe if you're a veteran, you can click on veteran and do a search and see what pops up. So that's what that username and password is for. It helps you kind of open some of this stuff up to find a peer. So if we go back, I'm not going to say that now. Go back to the main page. Okay, so department resources. As we scroll down here, public safety, AA meetings, PTSD meetings. Okay, so there's two groups, and they kind of work under the Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step program, and there's a couple meetings, obviously. So if you want to find out, like right here, Wednesday night, where it's at, who to contact, and all that stuff, and then there's another meeting here on Sunday night. So if you want information on this stuff, it has contact info for all of this stuff, and you can reach out and find out more about those meetings if that's something you're interested in. There's also a Burn Institute support group. Obviously, don't know if you know Oscar Barrera. He was the Stockton, one of the Stockton. He was a Stockton captain that was on the collapse back in the '80s. He's involved with the Burn Institute as well as Jeff Wells. You can reach out to those individuals and find out more about that program. Kevin Snyder is a primary chaplain in our area. He's very busy, but he always seems to answer his phones or his texts on a pretty regular basis. If you feel like that's something that you might need. So moving on, Sac City's got their information here, and then Sac Metro, we have our information here. So here's peer resources. Obviously, I showed you where to find most of the peers, but we also have myself, Ryan Polis, and Jeremy Crawford are the coordinators on the different shifts. But obviously, you can talk to any of the peers on the page, on the previous page I showed you guys. EAP plan, we're going to get more into how to use this, but here's the information for our EAP program. So like if you go up here to, well, City has the same as us, MHN. MHN is basically the insurance company that we use. Has the phone number that you can call, the website that you can access, and then here's Metro Fire has a code that you can use if you go to the website. If you're not sure what our plan is, this whole information here kind of goes into what the plan offers and how to do it. We will be doing another video later on about how to use this stuff, the easiest way to go about doing it. It's not hard, but we do get a lot of questions on how this works, and as far as the confidentiality about it. If you're a retiree, I know retirees are getting these videos. If you're a retiree and you feel like you need to reach out for this, there is a way to use this program called Jeff. If you can't get a hold of Jeff, you can call me, but call Jeff. And he will give you more information on how to use this information. Okay, so that's primary. This right here is for us, gives you kind of a quick rundown of the services that we have available to us through the EAP program, as well as the peer support. So obviously you can scroll down, you can see all the departments that contribute to the regional peer support program here. And then at the very bottom, we have, so these are counselors that we have been vetted. Okay, so Kay, Joy I don't know very well, but she's on here. Jill Gustafson I've used. Melissa's very good. TJ Price. So these are therapists that have been vetted, have had primarily deal with first responders. They deal with trauma, but all of these have been vetted. We are going to be adjusting this a little bit. I think some of these individuals aren't doing it anymore, but you can always call and ask and see if they're still going to be on our page. The nice thing about this, for example, if you're in Elk Grove and you don't want to drive up to Cameron Park where I'm at, you can look up Sabrina Swain and see if she's taking people, and you can see what her specialties are: relationships, divorce, children. So not everybody does trauma. Not everybody's going to do military or EMDR, any of that kind of stuff. So these are where you can find therapists. Psychiatrists are not covered by EAP. I do believe we're going to be adding some recommendations if you do want to see a psychiatrist. But if you think that's what you need, you can always reach out and we'll try and figure out a way to get you some help. Farther down is this residential program, intense outpatient. If you feel like this is something you might need, Jeff Wells and Steve Johnson are kind of the individuals to talk to. I would start with Jeff. He's doing this full time, and Steve is also capable of getting you in the right direction. And then there's residential treatment facilities. So this is going to be covered primarily by your health insurance. So that it gets a little murky as far as how to get a bed and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to look through here, you can see the different facilities that are around here. And I would recommend reaching out so we can help walk you through that. Obviously, there's different areas, Glen Ellen in California, Phoenix, Arizona. So sometimes people don't necessarily want to be in this area for help, and that's fine. So the biggest thing is we want people to reach out and try and get some help. That's pretty much it. There is more information at the bottom of this thing, and you can scroll through it at your leisure, but I don't want to bore people more than I already have. Biggest thing is just knowing that you have at the top up here, I'm sorry, go back to the front page here, this this phone number is a big part of this, and then finding your resources. And as usual, if you feel like you're getting stuck and don't want to deal with all this stuff, reach out and we'll help walk you through it. All right. I think that's it from Peer Support. Have a good one.